the line on this right side is coming down, but then it curves in and then comes straight down again, it would have had another giant wall fitted up against it. And in fact, we know that this is not the original position that the Gate of the Sun was in, and even how it got to where it is something of a mystery. This is the famous Gate of the Moon. It's on the east side of Tiwanaku. Smaller than the Gate of the Sun. It may well have also come from Pumapunku, which is several kilometers here to our west. Notice the large lichen patches. It does have some patterns and hieroglyphics in the center. It's carved out of one solid piece of andesite granite. Nicely articulated, although it's been heavily weathered. Creating a door out of completely solid rock like this is extremely difficult, and it makes you wonder why they would even want to do that. It'd be much easier just to have two pillars and then a lintel across. But the builders of Tiwanaku actually wanted doors that were completely made out of one piece of solid rock. In this part of Pumapunku at Tiwanaku, we have what's called the typical trenching by archaeologists. What they've uncovered here is like a sluice, actually, probably for water. Part of this whole water complex that was all over Tiwanaku and Pumapunku. And on these blocks here, we see the very clear keystone cuts that we were talking about at Ollantaytambo Tambo and other places. Here we see exactly how they are used, with a keystone cut on either side of the block. And then liquid metal is poured into these cuts here, forming a clamp. This is a very unusual way of fitting large stones together. And we see it all over the world. In Egypt, in ancient Turkey, in ancient Greece. We see it at Ollantaytambo Tambo in Peru. And we see it here at Tiwanaku in Bolivia. Here on the east side of Pumapunku, we see how this whole structure has been destroyed by some giant tidal wave from Lake Titicaca or something. Massive blocks of sandstone and granite are just sitting exactly as they fell. We have several feet of mud and muck